Alright, I got my AWOW TX2 mini PC stick. Arrived real quick, faster than expected, so I'm pretty happy with that. So we're gonna unbox this and get this set up and show you guys how much of a powerhouse this little bad boy is. So let's get started. So of course you got the PC stick right here. Real cool looking. Got some vents. It does have a mini fan in here to keep things cool. I noticed a lot of other PC sticks, they don't have a mini fan in it, and you know, they might have some vents, some don't. And one thing we all know about electronics is heating issues causes a lot of failures. So having this is definitely a big key. I don't care how big or how small something is, electronics always conducts heat, and you need a good way to dissipate that. So glad it has a mini fan in here. Now we got a let's go over the inputs and outputs. So we got a earphone input here, output here, or you could connect this up to a audio system, sound bar, whatever you want, with a 3.5 millimeter extension. You got a USB 3.0 here, and well, this is the USB 2.0, and then you got a USB 3.0 over here. Definitely 3.0 is the way to go. A lot faster read-write speeds, so we are gonna use that for something that we need the speed to rewrite fast. Most definitely a HD drive, hard disk drive. So here on the USB 2.0, I'm gonna end up using that for a wireless USB and mouse connection, as I don't need it to be that quick for reading and write. Do have a SD. We do have a micro SD memory slot here, which is great. So you can take it up to 128 gigabyte max micro SD card. So you can get extra storage here, or you could get extra storage using one of the USB slots. So I'm gonna get extra storage using a USB slot, as SD hard drives are fairly cheap nowadays. Then you got your mini micro SD for this is input 5 volt. You got your power switch right here. Of course, it is HDMI. Just has a protective cover on it. So yeah, pretty simple. But from the specs that I was reading, this thing is a powerhouse. So we're gonna set that down. See what it comes with the USB micro cable, and of course the power transformer that it plugs into to power it up. So that, then of course we got a extension for the HDMI. A lot of times your monitor or TV, you know, it won't fit because of the space that it has, and you know, it'll have a hard time. So they include a extender which sticks it out a little bit and makes it a lot easier for you to connect it. So basically it just plugs in like this, and the other end goes into the TV. Alright, so other than that, it comes with a easy to use manual if you need more help, but I'll go over everything in my video here. Real simple. We're gonna get this bad boy hooked up. Now if you're worried about not having enough USB slots, then you can always put in a USB hub connected to one of the USB slots, and you know, multi-port 4 or 5 or 6 slot multi-port USB hub, and get more USB inputs that way. So alright, let's get this thing hooked up. So before I get hooking this thing up, since I got this out, I just want to show you my USB keyboard. So, I'm gonna be using a wireless USB keyboard and a wireless mouse to use this. It does come with a dongle, and in order for you, like I said, I'll be using my USB 2.0 to run my keyboard and mouse. And basically your keyboard and mouse comes with a USB dongle, and you just plug it in there, and once it's plugged in, it'll automatically load the drivers for it, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's why I'm going to put this in now, and we're going to get it set up right now. So the TV I'll be setting it up to is right there. LG Smart TV. I love my Smart TV. One part about it that I do not like is the internet. It's just a little too unuser friendly, is what I'll say. So with this AWOW stick, I'll be able to scroll through the internet like you would on a regular desktop, and that's what I'm looking for. So let's get this thing hooked up. HDMI slots on the back of my TV, so that's where I'm gonna connect the extension and then show you guys. So as you can see, I plugged in the extension in an available HDMI slot right there. You just plug it in, and we're gonna plug in the power now. So we just plugged in power, and we got it's loading up right now. Initial setup will begin, and we'll just go on simple and follow through its step to get it going to your desktop mode. So I decided to skip the step-by-step Windows setup because I believe most of us know how to set up Windows. I want to focus on the AWOW PC stick itself and its hardware and what it's capable of handling. So let's move on to, I've already hooked it up, and I was talking earlier about hooking up a hard drive, 500 gigabyte SD hard drive, and I have that hooked up to a 4-port USB 3.0 hub, and individually it has on-off switches for each device. And this thing is hooked up directly to the AWOW USB 3.0 input. So definitely turning this into a multifunction with accessories you could add other devices. So I do have another device hooked up that I wanted to show you on how great this Power PC stick is, which is right up here. So I have a webcam hooked up to it, and we're just going to do a quick showdown of it, and then of course my USB keyboard and USB mouse. So let's get up in here and open up. I downloaded a web app. It's called ManyCam, and I downloaded that from Google. And as you can see here, you can see my dog, and you can see me. So that is another option of having, that port, USB 3.0 port. You can add a lot of stuff and turn this Powerhouse into another Powerhouse. So great, awesome device. So let's exit out of here.